Bonjour les enfants. We're going to look a bit at times. Some of you have seen it before. Some, for those, it's new. Alors, the time in French is l'heure. Alors, l'heure. And the question, when we want to ask what time is it, is quelle heure est-il? Alors, heure is the equivalent of your o'clock in English. Quelle heure est-il? What time is it? Okay? So, if I look at my clock here, it's 1 o'clock or une heure. If I go to here, 2 heures, 3 heures, 4 heures, and etc. Now, there are special words for special times. Alors, for example, if it's midnight or midday, we say the words midi or minuit. Alors, midi or minuit, that's when it's 12 o'clock. Okay, midnight or midday. Now, sometimes the big hand moves. Now, if it's moved, if I put at here, une heure, and there's 5 minutes as well, it's become une heure et cinq, 1 o'clock plus 5 minutes. If I put the une heure and like this, alors this becomes une heure et dix, 1 o'clock and 10 minutes. But if I go to the 3, we don't say une heure et quinze. It should be, but we don't. It's about 1/4 of the clock. It is 1/4 of the clock's more than 1 o'clock, and 1/4 of a clock, we call that écart. Écart, okay? Alors, the words, if you can look, alors, écart when the big hand is on the 3. Écart, 1/4 of the clock. So you continue your little circuit. Et 20 and 20 minutes. Une heure et 25 and 25. Une heure, oh, we got to another special time. This time, it's 1/2 of the clock more. And 1/2, it's called et demi. Et demi when it's at the 6. If we continue, actually, I'm not going to continue. I'm going to go back to 1 o'clock. Now, we are at 1 o'clock here, une heure, but sometimes the big hand is before. Alors, this time, we're missing 5 minutes for 1 o'clock. That 5 minutes is 5. Alors, we call it une heure, moins, the moins means missing, minus 5. Une heure moins 5. Une heure moins, we're missing 10 minutes this time, une heure moins 10. Then we get to that special case again. This time we're missing 1/4 of the clock. It should be moins quart, but no, the French people have to make it difficult. We say moins le quart. Yes, we need to add the E. They cannot stay straight in French. So moins le quart when the big hand is at 9. Moins le quart, and we continue the story. Moins 20, and moins 25. And when we get back here, we are at une heure et demie. Une heure et demie. Okay, so let's see if you can tell me what that time is. What would that be? What do you think this is? Now here, the small hand is at 2, so we always start with the small hand. 2 heures, but we are missing 10 minutes. Moins 10. Okay? How about this one? We start with the small hand. 3 heures, moins le quart. Okay. Here's another one. We start with the small hand. 4 heures, but this time we add time. Et, and it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes. Alors, 4 heures et 25. Okay, starting at the small hand, 11 heures, et 1/2 of the clock, demi. Remember that word? 11 heures et demi. This time, we start at 10 heures et quart. This time it's 1 heure et 25. 1 heure et 25. Now, at some point, that would be nice if you could make yourself a clock or have a clock or something like that, and you could practice when I tell you numbers. For example, if I say, what is 9 heures et 5? 9 heures et 5. Did you get that? Alors, 9 heures and 5. How about 6 heures moins 20? 6 heures moins 20. 6 small hand moins 20. And the last one? Minuit et quart. Minuit et quart. Minuit and 1/4 of a clock. Et quart. See, for the time, it may be a bit confusing at first, but if you practice, you should be better. So, au revoir les enfants.